Welcome back to the channel. Just got gas out here. I'm bridging to right now. Just put some gas in the car. I'm gonna hook y'all up to the arm, and y'all gonna go for a little ride with me. We ain't gonna be going around today doing nothing like that. Really just gonna have a conversation. Today I wanted to talk about really the differences, some of the differences that you'll feel and notice between really driving an Italian car and driving a German car. You know, so specifically a Maserati, a Lamborghini, Ferrari, you know, versus like BMW, Mercedes, or Audi. You know, so that's kind of what I want to get into today. You guys know I had a Benz, well, still have the Benz, but I wanted to talk to you about kind of like, you know, a lot of the differences, how you get treated, you know, the differences in a lot of the quality, build quality, interior differences, a lot of differences in just what I would think generally would go for a lot of Italian cars from what I've seen, and a lot of German cars from what I've seen. So hit that like, share, subscribe button for me, man. Join the video, so please love, turn on all the post notifications for me. Hit that bell, you know, and ride with me. So today, man, we're just gonna get into a discussion. You guys gonna see me ride around it, and that's what's gonna be in the video. So stay tuned with me and join on this ride with me. As you guys know, for most of the ride, I just quiet because you guys can't really hear me talk anyway, and I think it messes up the engine sound and all that. So you know, we're gonna get into a pick spot so I can go off on my tangents, and we're gonna get into a discussion. So I'm gonna stay quiet for most of this ride. If I see something cool, you guys know I like to ad lib, but unless it's that, I'm gonna stay quiet and let you guys get the car. If this is your first time watching videos, you guys will see what the entertainment sounds like, inside the body, everything like that. So stay with me. All right, let's go. Sport button. like it's a hoopty. feel about G-Wagons? Put in the comment section how you feel about the G-Wagon. Do you like it? Hate it? I actually like the G-Wagons. I love the way they sound. Looks kind of nice. Got a matte paint job. I like that. What's this guy doing?
So yeah, basically, I just want to talk about, some of the differences that you get in Italian cars. Well, I would presume in most Italian cars, from what I've seen, and a lot of German cars, So with the Italian cars, to me, you know, what I've noticed is you actually get, like, in Italian cars, to me, you're more so paying for the engine. You know, you're more so paying for the performance that you get straight out of the box. You know, in like a Mercedes, Audi, BMW, until you really get to like AMG or, you know, RS or, you know, M, and even which to me, like, you're still getting a lot of luxury. You know, you don't really, once you step up into like, once you say you make that jump, right, in Italian cars, and you go from, say, you know, a sport version to the, you know, the model that's beyond the sport version, you don't really get a lot of luxury. Like, you don't really, like, even from the Gran Turismo Sport to the Gran Turismo MC, there's not a whole bunch, like, when you make that jump, you're not getting luxury. What you're getting is, you know, 9 times out of 10 a lighter car, more horsepower, you know, carbon fiber and stuff like that. You know, in a German car, when you make that jump, it kind of depends on the options that you pick. I mean, so like in the MC or on the SVJ, like, they come with carbon fiber. Like, you can't pick it. You know what I mean? That's why they cost so much. You know, on like an M or an AMG, you know, a lot of the carbon fiber, a lot of that, you know, the aero stuff, a lot of the braking system, a lot of that stuff you can pick, you know what I mean? And you can still make so it can still be, you know, more luxury if you want, or more sporty if you want. You know, usually in Italian cars, from what I've seen, you know, every time you make a jump, you know, up a model, usually you get less luxury. You know what I mean? And usually they don't have the option to make it more luxury like they do on German cars. You know what I mean? So usually you can't keep it. Like how on a Rolls-Royce Black Badge or something like that, you can upgrade the engine, you know what I mean? And you can also upgrade the interior, and, you know, it can get so much more luxurious, yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? In a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, or Maserati, 9 times out of 10, when you upgrade the interior, upgrade the car or the model that you pick, the interior won't be so much of an upgrade. You know, it might be, you know, you might get different stitching in the seats, you know what I mean? A different layout, you know, different pattern in the seats. But 9 times out of 10, it's the same material. 9 times out of 10, it's really just going to be an engine upgrade, which is going to be a crazy engine upgrade. You know what I mean? An aero upgrade on the outside of the car, you know, and usually some carbon fiber or something like that on the inside of the car. What some people consider an upgrade, some people, you know, I don't really consider carbon fiber an upgrade in terms of luxury. You know what I mean? And I don't. Some people might. I don't. You know what I mean? I think wood and, you know, wood to me was, you know, the epitome of luxury in the car. You know, so, hold on. Clear this screen. So, I can agree that carbon fiber is a luxury upgrade in terms of, you know, the look. Now, maybe weight-wise, you know, if you want to save weight and all of that, yeah, you know what I mean? But in my estimation, you know, I never really liked the way carbon fiber looked on the interior. I only really like the way it looks on the outside, you know, and in the engine bay. But in terms of it being in the interior, I still think wood looks the best, you know, whatever color wood, but I still think wood looks the best. That's just me, though. You know, that's the one thing I think Maserati has over Lamborghini and Ferrari, is their interior is just way better. And they always have been. Like, if you look at older Lamborghinis, like from the 90s and the 80s, if you look at older Ferraris from the 80s and the 90s, their interiors are terrible. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing I think that Maserati got right from the jump, was the interior. You know, but, you know, again, back to what I was saying, with Italian cars, once you upgrade the trim, right? Usually you're not getting more luxury. Usually it's just horsepower, you know, carbon fiber bits. You know, again, if you consider that luxury, you know, that's you. I don't. You know, in German cars, you know, it's it's strange how different they are, you know, in terms of even just build quality. And it's like you feel like Italian cars have a pretty good build quality, but you feel the difference in Mercedes. Like you feel like, you know, in a Mercedes, like you could drive it at 200,000-300,000 miles and it won't break. You know what I mean? In the Maserati, Lamborghini, and a Ferrari, you're still unsure, you know. But usually, I also think that notion comes from people letting these cars sit in a garage, you know, collect dust, not driving them, and not stacking miles on them, and not maintaining them as if they were, you know, a daily driver or, you know, every other day driver type car. You know, they, you know, making them garage queens, you know. So I do think it could be, you know, maybe it's a little different if you daily drive it. Like this one, I haven't had any problems with this car. Again, you know, the suspension, parking brake, and traction control light comes on every now and then. When I say every now and then, I mean like maybe every 2 months. It comes on and it goes off. You know what I mean? And everything works. So you know, maybe it's the module, maybe it's just the light coming on for, you know, some reason. I don't know, but everything works. So I can't say that, you know, something's broken because it still works. You know, the car has a new battery, so I know that's one of the main issues, you know, with this car is the battery being drained so fast and it eating up batteries. This car does have a new battery though, so I don't think that's the problem. You know, I'm not sure exactly what it is. The light hasn't been on now, so, you know, it is what it is. When it's cold outside, and I'm talking like 40 below, if it's 40 below outside, I'll get a traction, something wrong with the traction, you know, not traction light. You know, and the traction works. And it's only 40 below. Once it's like, if it's like 40, 41, it's not coming on. You know, so those are like those little Italian gremlins, you know. Those are the things that you won't get, I think, in a German car, specifically in Mercedes. I don't really know about BMWs too much, and Audis, but in the Mercedes specifically, you're not going to get little gremlins like that. It's a trade-off, I will say. In the Maserati, it's, you know, when you get a gremlin in the Maserati, you know, you'll feel it in your chest, you know what I mean? So, you know, even just the fact that you might not have a deal in it, you might not have a shop near you that you feel, you know, comfortable with that, you know, so it can be a little bit of, you know, it can get your attention a little bit. It can, these cars, it's weird how these cars are, because Italian cars to me, like, they had such a horrible reputation in the 90s, you know, and then, like, now, like, it still stands, it still keeps with it a little bit, but not as much, you know, and you really want to wonder if they really got that much better engineering-wise in that short amount of time, you know. I want to say yeah, I want to say yeah. I would say that another thing with Italian cars versus German cars is, like, you get looks in German cars, you know what I mean? And you'll get looks in Bentley, you know, you'll get tons of attention in a German car. But when you get an Italian car, the attention level goes different, you know what I mean? The respect level goes different. The people listen to you a little different, you know what I mean? Like, Italian car is different. It really just is. You know what I mean? The bad part about driving an Italian car is it makes you really not want to drive a German car. Like, there's really no German car that I like, that I would consider going back to, that isn't, you know, like a vintage car, old car. You know, like, you guys know when 560 SEC, that's not a new car. You know what I mean? It's like, after this, it's like nothing Mercedes, BMW, or Audi produces now. You know what I mean? That I would really want. Bad thing about Italian cars, you get a lot of exhaust sound, you get a lot of engine sound, you get a lot of visceral feeling. So if you like driving, if you like that feel of driving, you know what I mean, everything that goes sound like a Ferrari, a Maserati, or a Lamborghini. You know what I mean? It's good as much as that Porsche costs. Okay, and the only Porsche I give it to you that's on the level of an Italian sound is a Carrera GT. Anything else to me, I mean, the GT3 sounds good. You know what I mean? Okay, I'll give it that. GT3 and the Carrera GT, probably the only two Porsches to me that are on a, you know, that where the exhaust note is on the Italian, that level. You know what I mean? Where you guys know they have the Gran Turismo, you guys know they have Ferraris or Lamborghinis, like, you know what I mean? Like, and you do, like, every time you see a Porsche, or every time you see an M or an AMG or RS, or, you know what I mean, like, it's, they're cool. You know what I mean? Even Aston Martins, like, Bentleys and Rolls Royce, like, they're cool, but they, they're not Italian. Like, it doesn't have that Italian flair, or that Italian sound to it. You know what I mean? It sounds like it's, like a hum. You know what I mean? You don't get that on every car. I mean, you don't get that on, anything else but an Italian car. You won't get that hum. And that's what I love. That growl. The growl is cool from the AMG. That's cool. You know what I mean? It's cool. But it doesn't hum. It's just not a hum. And once you have that hum, you know what I mean? It's like you don't really want anything else except that. That's why so many guys like that get Maseratis or get a Gran Turismo. That's why they all, for the most part, make a jump to a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. It's because of the exhaust sound. You know what I mean? And that hum is just different. You know what I mean? Like, that's why nobody really goes to. Very few people go on to Bentley, Aston Martin, cars of, Lotus, cars of other, English cars, and they're not, unless you want to go luxury, but most people, once you get a Maserati, and specifically a Gran Turismo, the old school Quattroporte with those 4.7s, 9 times out of 10 they want to go to Ferrari because of the hum. Let me tell you guys something, you know what I mean? That Italian hum, especially on the Gran Turismo, there's no AMG. I don't care what AMG you have. It doesn't sound as good. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got an AMG and it costs you, you know what I mean? It costs you a pretty penny, but when it comes to the sound, like, come on, man. You guys should know better. I mean, you should have went and got something Italian. You know what I mean? You should have. Even an Alfa Romeo, like the Giulia. And I'm not really a 6-cylinder, like in terms of exhaust, I'm not a 6-cylinder fan unless it's F1. You know what I mean? But that Giulia sounds good. I've heard that Giulia sounds good. So, the Italian versus the German cars, like, to me, in terms of, like, once you're going into, like, supercar territory, there's no question you want an Italian car. You know what I mean? And it really isn't. There's no question that, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and Maseratis, why they've been around so long, why everybody, looks at them in a certain way. You know what I mean? The sound of them, the look of them, your Porsche is cool, the Benz is cool, you know what I mean? But if you put them side by side with each other, even just the look, on a Gran Turismo, it's crazy. The look on a Ferrari is, what I mean? Just the look, not even the sound, but the look is crazy. You know what I mean? I don't even gotta get into a Lamborghini or that look. But when it comes to sound and, how people respond to the car also. When people respond to Italian cars, it's very different. They pictures, they video it, talk to you about it. They feel like, they're seeing something rare, something exotic. Like, to me, guys, besides the 560 SEC and the R129 itself, I'm probably, in a few, like, older German cars, like from the 80s, early 90s. Like, I'll never buy a new German car. I'll never buy a 2020 anything German. That's how much, like, Italian cars have converted me. You know what I mean? Really, like, that's how much the Maserati converted me into
and want another Italian car. I'll never buy another 20. I'll never buy anything of 2056. Okay, it'll be a 560 and an R129. That's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Or something of those years. You know, a 525 odd. You know what I mean? Or 640. No. The 845 I like. Or the 850. You know, because of those earlier 90s periods. You know what I mean? But in terms of anything new BMW, anything new Mercedes, anything new Audi, you can keep it. Especially if you get a 4.7 2013 and up. 9 times out of 10, especially when you go by. You know what I mean? They'll act like they don't see you, but they can't help but hear you because the car is too loud. You know what I mean? And it is. And it's going to drown out. You know what I mean? Their exhaust. You know? And also, like, the car just looks so much more exotic. That's what I'm saying. If you guys are in the market for a Gran Turismo or you want a Gran Turismo, you really need to go to the dealer and look at the car, see the car, you know, or go to a car show or somebody has a car, you know what I mean, look at the car, you know, and see how wide it is, see how exotic it is, also see how big it is, because the car is not small, you know what I mean. Anybody who thinks this car, you know, and I've heard people say it looks like a Vet, that's false, you know what I mean, because this car is way too big to even look like a Vet. It has the same little, humps in the front, you know what I mean, but if you actually look at this car and then you look at the Vet and put it next to it, they don't really look the same. You know what I mean? And they don't. The trunk is a lot longer on a Gran Turismo than a Vet. The hood swoops down a lot more on a Gran Turismo than a Vet. You know what I mean? A Vet is a lot more flat. You know what I mean? You know, you don't sit as low in a Gran Turismo, you know what I mean, as you do a Corvette. The Gran Turismo is actually a really big supercar, a really big GT supercar. You know what I mean? Anybody who's saying the GT is not a supercar, you know, the question is, because it's so big, like, I can understand why you would, but after you drive around and you see one, you'll understand. You know what I mean? There's no other car to me that sounds like this. You guys see what it was. All over the block. Nothing sounds like this car. And every time, like, you pass by somebody, they always, hit the pedal, they always turn their head. And so, you know, I would never probably, you know, unless it's the German Classic, you won't catch me in an S580 or SLS or AMG GT or, I don't want any of those. You know what I mean? Really, I don't, you know, unless it's a GT3 Porsche, you know, I don't know if I'd want one of those either. Maybe a Carrera GT, you know what I mean? Because it sounds crazy, you know. But in terms of any of those Turbo S Porsches, AMGs, they're cool, you know what I mean? They got a nice growl to them. Same thing with the BMWs, they got a nice little growl to them, but you can keep those. You know what I mean? You get a Gran Turismo, believe me, you're not even going to pay attention to an AMG once it passes by you. This is coming from somebody who Try something new, because everybody is starting to get Beamers and Benzes because you can lease them cheap. You know what I mean? And a lot of people that, you know, they don't want just a regular one, they go and get the AMG trying to be different. There's a bunch of those, and most people don't know the difference between an AMG and an M. You know what I mean? They don't. They just know that it's a Benz or a Beamer or an Audi. You know what I mean? So I would say, you know, a lot of you guys, like, if you want to try something different, try something different. You know, Italian cars might scare you. Like, it scared you. It definitely made me nervous. It gave me anxiety. Buying Italian cars about it. You know, I had always heard bad things, but, you know, I had one on the forums, and I went, you know, on YouTube, listen to people who had, you know, Gran Turismo and telling me, you know, what years to get, what to avoid, and everything. And most of it, you know, if you listen, it's gonna work out for you. You know, I would suggest just, you know, do your research and all of that, but, you know, an Italian car versus a German car is really no question. I shouldn't even have had to make this video, but it's really no question. Like, you know, the Benzes and the Beamers and the Audis, like, they're cool, and I like them, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to, like, you know, what gets more attention in the street, what you're gonna enjoy driving more, what's gonna give you more memories, what you're gonna, you know, when you park the car and look back, what you gonna look back at, it's no question Italian cars they're gonna win that. You know what I mean? It's gonna win that. The Italian cars to me, you know, borrow certain Benzes and certain Beamers and certain cars you can do this with, but Italian cars to me are most of the cars that, yeah, you can get, you know, keep them in the family, you know, your grandkids, you know, your kids, your grandkids to drive, you know, get the Lamborghini and end up with the Ferrari and end up, you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. You know, it's supposed to be this is my grandfather's Maserati, and grandfather's Lamborghini, and grandfather's Ferrari, so, you know, certain Mercedes and certain Beamers like all that, but I think that's really just coming into fruition now. But a lot of Italian cars, they really have been like that, you know what I mean? They've really become, it's a statement piece more so, you know, aside from just being a car, you know, it really is a statement piece. So yeah, you know, I'm almost fully converted. I do still love German cars, but, you know, in terms of, you know, what I've enjoyed driving, what I want to drive is it's the Gran Turismo. You know, I am curious to see when I get another car how I'm gonna act. You know, because once you start, like, say you don't drive this car for like 2 years, you start thinking about, you know, going for a ride or something. You'll even just try to, you know, you'll take the long way home. And you will, you know, you'll take the long way there, you know, and you will, you know, and justify speeding, you know, but really, you know, there's nothing like driving a Italian sports car. It isn't, you know, I do have to go against some people in there and say it is a full-out sports car, just because it has wood in it. There's not much wood in it. You know what I mean? But this is the sport. The MC comes with carbon fiber, you know. But yeah, all of that stuff, that a lot of this negative stuff that you guys hear on the internet about, you know, a Gran Turismo or a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, when you get in the street, okay, when you're driving it, when you're actually driving the car, you know, owning the car, majority of that stuff you're never gonna hear. You know what I mean? You're never gonna hear half the negative stuff, you know what I mean? You might get, you know, 1 or 2 people, but the majority, you know, are just going to be oohs and ahs, you know, silently, you know what I mean? But, you know, you're just going to get a lot of attention in this car, and you will, you know. And you'll probably get, you know, like me, you'll get converted and become addicted, you know. But that's going to be the rest, you know, that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I'm gonna wrap this one up. Hit that like, share, subscribe button, join the VSOP Club, hit that notification bell so you guys can stay in tune. But I'm gonna check in with you guys on the next one. I'm out.